Hey Carl, it is Emily Ray, your instructor from Editing for the Web. Just wanted to go through your Real Deal Taco site and give you some positive, productive feedback on where to take this for the week 4 revision project. So first things first, you've got nice clear branding information up here at the top. Nice, pretty big image taking front and center position in this high value real estate area. Our navigation options are home, about us, looks like it's a drop down menu with a few things, menu, locations, and contact. And you've got some contact information up here. Talking about the hours of operation, click here to see the locations, click here to see the menu, and then just kind of a short little blurb of, just a short summary of what the business does. All this is great, an opportunity to sign up for the mailing list, and you've got that fictitious business statement that we were looking for. And then here's some social media, and as I'm hovering over it, I can see that it is in fact linked to the Real Deal Taco locations around the web. So a couple of things here. One is that like this, you're kind of sticking to a pretty monotone blue color palette, which is nice and on brand, but it might be nice to see, some additional pops of color in here, maybe some additional imagery of San Diego if you could find it. One of the things is more important really than, just the hours, or maybe equally important, I should say, are some of the locations. And so you have this option to click here to see the menu or click here to see the locations, but what if you put, this is where we are right now, and put a location there, or just go ahead and put all the locations right here on the front page. And with the menu, what if instead of seeing all of the menu options, maybe you put like a selection of like 3 featured items so that you could maybe bring in a few more images, and it would offer kind of like a little teaser for the additional items there on the menu, because you have this home page and you're not really doing terrifically a lot with it aside from just sharing this little bit of text. There's not much content here. You're giving me links to other places, but what if you put in a little bit of teaser content in each of these areas here? I'm going to go now to the About Us page. So here I've got a nice image, and then I can see that you've gone ahead and you've streamlined this text quite a bit. So that's nice because I gave you a whole bunch of text to work with. This page title is pretty big, and this image is placed in such a way that it pushes the text all the way down. What if you were to bring the image kind of side by side with the text so we're not having to scroll as far to see it? About the owners, so I'm going to see here that you have broken that out into 2 kind of small profiles. I like that you included the image and that you also put a little bit of the text here. You took a lot of care in streamlining that information, which is awesome. Again, this page title takes a lot of prominence on the page. I'd definitely consider dropping that down. Another thing is that on this page, you've got the text up against the blue background, and there's plenty of color contrast there. But it might be interesting just to see what this looks like. I'm going to draw out a shape here, to put like a white canvas, back here, just to add a little bit of structure to the page, right? Because otherwise it's kind of just floating about. News and press. So here we have. This is like the. It looks. I'm going to see if I can click on these. I can't. So this is the information that was given to you about each of these little news or upcoming event information, and I can get more info by clicking on these, and it'll take me to the actual sites to do so. But the news type information is better presented on a blogging type format, because once that event comes and goes, or once that becomes old news, the good thing about a blog is that the information is auto-archived, so you just add a new post, which then will push the older posts down on the page, and it's not something, when you're managing it, that you have to go in and remove the other content, because it simply gets archived. And that's beneficial too, because it helps maintain the keyword-rich content on your site, and it's also helpful for search engine optimization. I'm going to go to customer testimonials here. You have, again, a giant page header, page title, and then just a little bit of text with kind of the with the testimonials. Now there's some different kinds of thought process that go along with sharing customer testimonials on a website, because if an owner has chosen these, they're all cherry-picked, hand-picked, meaning they're all going to be good. And so, you know, as opposed to someplace like Yelp or Google reviews, whereby you might get something that's a little more balanced to the experience. So what I'm suggesting here is that if all of these are going to be good, people aren't probably going to take the time to read everything on this page. What if you broke these up, took them off of an entire page all on their own, and put like maybe one on each page, and then maybe added a thumbnail image similar to how you did here with the owners, you know, so we could see a little small thumbnail and then whoever said that testimonial. Jumping next to the menu. So here, this overlap doesn't really work well with the, you know, the kind of aesthetic that you've created in other areas. You've got, you know, this is laid out in a very clean and nice way. I might go ahead and give the titles of these things a little different visual styling, right? Maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more bold, just so that we can scan that and it's clearly, you know, it clearly stands out from the description or the ingredients. And some pictures might be nice there. On locations, so here we've got the map, and then you give me kind of like this long scrolling list here. I like that you've included the map, but you know, it doesn't give me any one particular location, just San Diego here. So something that you can do is do a pen drop in all of these locations to show the relative proximity of the kind of the route that the truck travels. Or you can show me one of these, you can mock up and show me maybe San Diego State University, show me where that is on the map, and then make sure to say something up here like, this is where we all are right now. So even if you have to kind of mock that up, you give me the information that I know to understand that, this is where I can find the truck at the given time. Additionally, something that you might do is pull this map kind of next to, like you could go ahead and align all of this stuff to the left-hand side, pull the map over here, and kind of center everything back on the page so that they're side by side instead of stacked with all that scrolling. On the contact page, so here we have, this color contrast is a little hard to see, like the blue on the gray, it's a little jarring, but I mean, I like the different color combinations because I haven't seen much use of color. You know, places that we can go, where we can email you, all of this is great. And then we've got the social media. What I'll say is having a page for social media like this is a bit redundant. I like that you're pulling in this information so that we can see it. You know, but you give us these links in various places. So before, let me just go back really quick. So we see them on every page, and we've come to like explore them or count on them in these locations. What I might suggest is for the social media page, you know, I might recommend pulling this information just onto the home page, right? Because that feed of what's happening on Facebook or the updated Instagram pictures is content that's going to be refreshed continually. And so in that sense, it's going to give a much better idea of what's currently going on with the business. So these are just some ideas about how to move your site into a better place for the week 4 revision. I'll be looking forward to seeing a number of changes. Thanks, Coral.